do it all again. I promised you that I would find a way to make it right. This time. Over again. I close my eyes and I keep reliving it over again. It's over, but then I got my dream. Don't no one dare tell me no. And I'll be there this time for you. Yes, I'll be there this time for you.
It's Ladies' Night.
The British tabloids have referred to Nicole Bobek as Tanya Harding too, yet she has charmed everyone here both on and off the ice. The American champion leads after the short program. Standing in second place, Olga Markova from Russia. And in third, bidding to become the first champion from China, is Lu Chen. And what about the European champion Surya Bonaly from France? At the top of the show, we saw her recuse the silver last year in Japan. She stands forth, but watch out in the long program. Tonight, indeed, belongs to the ladies.
From Birmingham, England, CBC Sports presents the 1995 World Figure Skating Championships. Now, here is your host, Brian Williams.
Good look at the outside of the main arena here at the National Exhibition Center. We're outside Birmingham, England, actually adjacent to the Birmingham International Airport as we pull into the south end of the arena. You'll see the spotlight, our CBC sign. That is our host location for these 95 World Championships. Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to England, day 5 in our coverage of the World Championships, the ladies' free program. Bit of a surprise. The leader, the American champion, Nicole Bobek from Detroit. Olga Markova is second from Russia, standing third, Lu Chen. I said surprise because Surya Bonaly, the European champion, is only fourth. You saw in the opening in that act of defiance 1 year ago in Japan, Bonaly actually ripping off the silver medal on the podium. Now, the top Canadian, Jennifer Robinson, the 18-year-old from Windsor, is 22nd. That, folks, is a major story in itself. Remember, our national champion, Nettie Kim, failed to qualify. So what you do is you take an 18-year-old, think about it, with virtually no international experience, you thrust her here on the international stage, and you put Canadian hopes on her shoulders. We will talk with her coach, Doug Leigh. He's highly respected, also coaches Elvis Stojko. We'll talk about the problems in developing good young female skaters in Canada. Interesting night here in England as we head to the north end of the arena. Chris Cuthbert, Barbara Underhill, and Paul Martini. Chris.
Thank you, Brian. Good evening, everybody. It's the final gold medal to be awarded at the 95 World Championships, but it will be the first for one of these women here tonight whose life is going to change dramatically with this competition. As Brian mentioned, Surya Bonaly was the favorite, but now Nicole Bobek's in the driver's seat.
And if she skates well, she wins. She has everything. She's got grace, power, elegance, and jumps that absolutely float. The only thing she does not have is experience, and that's where Surya Bonaly could capitalize, because remember, she is the triple queen. She's very capable of throwing one in, just like Elvis right at the end of her program.
Well, for the rest of the field, I think Lu Chen of China's got the prettiest program going out here, and that could go in her favor. But then we have to look at Olga Markova. She comes out like she did in Europeans, skates a brilliant short program, but will she hold up in the long? And the other American is another factor, Michelle Kwan. She's got all the things that a skater needs to win, but maybe it's just her youth and inexperience that's going to keep her off the podium.
Well, Paul, let's hope that the story tonight is on the ice and not on the medal podium, as it was a year ago in Japan. Brian?
Remember, Chris, I was standing out on the ice. I remember that so very well. Ladies' free program tonight. Hey, the Parade of Champions. Don't want to miss that in prime time tomorrow night. Let's take a look at the standings. As I say, bit of a surprise. Detroit's Nicole Bobek is in the lead. There's Bonaly standing fourth. The rest of the top 10, and Canadian Jennifer Robinson. Chris Cuthbert, we're all set to go.
Thank you, Brian. Set for Canadian silver medalist Jennifer Robinson, 18 years of age, from Windsor, Ontario. She was fighting back tears after yesterday's short program, and her parents proudly looking on. Cliff and Louise Robinson in the stands. She doubled the Lutz in combination instead of a triple, and Coach Doug Leigh felt it may have cost her 8 spots in the standings. She's 22nd.
Well, that's the type of competition this is. There is virtually no room for error, as the talent level of this group of women is simply amazing.
Well, I was a little surprised with the caution that she showed, because one thing I've noticed since she's been here, she's very driven as an athlete, and for her out here today, she's really got to go for everything she has, because she really has nothing to lose.
Absolutely not a thing. With currently sitting in 22nd spot, she might as well just go out there and try everything and see what it feels like when she attempts it under the pressure of being at a world championship.
Triple, a triple Salchow. Then the next one is the triple Lutz, the one that she doubled in the short program. She's looking a little tentative going in. She does it.
She went to take off, and she set her right side down right on the takeoff, and it carried throughout the jump.
But at least she's trying everything today.
Skater who's on the verge of having all her triples become fairly consistent, but if there's one thing overall I'd like to see her improve upon, it's her speed and ice coverage.
And also the aggressiveness with which she approaches her jumps. She's a little cautious going in.
Was to have been a double axel. That just got completely away on her.
Same thing on that one. You could almost see it in her face. She lost her confidence. Confidence is something you gain only through experience, and that's something something that Jennifer just hasn't had. It's only her first Worlds. She's still a junior skater. She just won the Junior Nationals last year.
Yes, she said at the start of the year, the world berth really wasn't in her mind. It became a bonus, and this is some valuable experience for Jennifer Robinson of Windsor, Ontario.
Well, many Canadians are probably asking, what's with the state of Canadian women right now? Nettie Kim, our new national championship, is here but didn't make it out of the qualifying round. Here we see Jennifer's triple Lutz. I think it landed on 2 feet, but like you mentioned, Barb, she at least attempted a lot of her difficult material out here today. I think the state of women in Canada right now is at a point where, as we've seen from so many other countries, they're sending young skaters here who have been working on all of the triple jumps at a very young age. And I think that's a mindset that we in Canada have got to adopt. If we see a young skater with talent, there's Nettie Kim in the stands. They've got to start working on all of the triple jumps at a much younger age.
Countries like France, who has 3 skaters in the top 10 here, the Ukraine has 2, the US has 2, they're really coming full force, and Canada just doesn't have that talent pool at this time.
Oh, you saw Nettie Kim, and just in behind last year's Canadian champion, who was 5th at the World Championships, José Chouinard. There is some speculation. We hope to hear from her later today about returning to competition next year. She is Jean-Michel Bombardier's fiancée.
Well, this performance of Jennifer's for, as you mentioned, Barb, a young lady who's just come off being our junior national championship. The end result of all this means that we will only send 1 woman to the World Championships in Edmonton next year.
And what that means is the national championship next year is going to be quite a battle, because you factor in Susan Humphreys, who has been injured most of this year.
And if José returns,
4.9, 4.6,
and the technical marks now for Jennifer Robinson. 4.4 through 4.9 range. Even talk about Karen Preston, speculation that she too might return, but all of these women will be fighting for 1 berth to go to Edmonton. Now the presentation marks, and it looks like Jennifer Robinson will stay in 22nd position.
4.3, 4.5.
That's right.
Thank you.
Rainy Saturday night, welcome back to the National Exhibition Center in Birmingham, England, CBC's continuing coverage of the 1995 World Championships. And with me, and she's still standing on skates, I feel like I should be on a stool, is Windsor, Ontario's 18-year-old Jennifer Robinson. You have been thrown into a very tough situation. I think you've handled it remarkably well, but a year ago, your Canadian junior champion, our national champion, Nettie Kim, fails to qualify. You're thrown out there with minimum experience and expected to perform. Has it been a good experience?
Yeah, I think this was the best experience that I've ever had, even though I might not have been on the podium or even in the top 10 or 15. But it was really good because I was very low in the standings, and I had a really hard time kind of accepting it last night and a little bit this morning before practice. But then I realized, well, I'm at the Worlds and it's not even over yet, so what am I so down about? And I got to get back up and start fighting. So it has been a very valuable experience for me.
Has confidence been the big thing you've learned, and the need to be aggressive?
Oh, definitely confidence. This year is just a confidence boost, and it'll only get better, I hope, because I need to be more aggressive and get my jumps away from the boards. And I got to do a lot of just finishing touches, and hopefully I'll be up there next year. Well, you've been in a tough situation. You've handled yourself very well. I know viewers would want me to ask you, what about getting near the boards? Everyone's saying, we're asking your coach, what are they doing 2 inches from the boards? Don't you try to stay away from them? Well, I don't know. I think it's just a safety thing. I like jumping close to the boards, but my coaches don't like it, and nobody else does. So I've been trying to fix it, and I'm trying really hard. Well, they say it's a point of reference. Is that it? Visually, that's why you sometimes go close? No, I think it's just security for me. I just like it. All right, Jennifer Robinson, 18 years of age, from Windsor, Ontario. By the way, Chris, we're going to talk with Coach Doug Leigh about the state of ladies skating in Canada coming up later in the show. Chris?
Thank you, Brian, and more skating from Birmingham still ahead. But first, with more on the women's free skate, let's join Jean Senft in the judges' seat.
In the women's free program tonight, as in all events, one of the questions often asked of the judges is, how much does the music that's chosen affect your mark or your placement? The answer has little to do with whether the judge likes or dislikes the music, but has a lot to do with what the skater does to the music. The music chosen is extremely important. Sometimes during a performance, the music is playing, but the skater is totally oblivious to it. She obviously doesn't feel it. The steps performed don't seem to match the music. Or the music has wonderful highlights to it, but the skater does nothing to accentuate them. Listen to the intrigue of this music, but the skater is simply performing crosscuts. Definitely a missed opportunity. The best music is one the skater herself can feel and relate to. If the skater loves the music and can feel its emotion, it shows. Her own spirit shines through. Then, too, when the choreography of the program supports the music, then the skating and music are in harmony. These types of programs are very enjoyable to watch, and one gets the feeling the skater is sharing a bit of soul with you. Clever skaters will find music that not only they can relate to, but so too can the audience. The support of fans clapping in rhythm can be uplifting to the skater, and in a way, enhance the vitality of the performance. Music is a personal thing, yet for the judges, like or dislike shouldn't come into play. The important thing is, can the skater relate to the music and interpret it her own special way? The aim is for the choreography of the skating and the music itself to be complementary.
Here is 16-year-old Irina Slutskaya of Russia. She is in 12th place after the short program, but she made a dramatic move at the European Championships, where she was 11th after the technical, but turned in the third best free skate and ended up 5th overall, so she could make a move here.
Well, she's got the ability to make the move because she's got a triple Lutz. She missed it in the short program, but it's going to be the first combination she attempts in this long program, and when she does it, it's wonderful to watch.
Just like that. Great start for her.
Setting up for a triple flip. Right back with a solid triple loop. I really like this young woman's drive and aggression when she skates. She goes for broke.
Well, she's just tried 5 triples in the first 2 minutes of her program. type of skater that I sit back and watch, and I just have a big smile on my face. There's a joy in her skating, and aside from that, 7 triples.
Well, she's the type of skater that you look at today and you go, Nagano, here we come.
The world junior champion, Irina Slutskaya of Russia.
Marks, please, for Irina Slutskaya of Russia for technical merits.
Well, a great set of technical marks for a skater in the second last group, 5.4 through 5.6.
5.6, 5.4, 5.6.
The Canadian judge is Jack Greenwood.
I might even have gone a little higher. She did 3 triples in combination out there. I don't think we're going to see much better than that out here today.
Second set of marks, 7 first-place ordinals. There are 2 second-place ordinals, but Slutskaya, who was 12th, should vault into the top 10 with that skate.
5.1. Thank you.
So here's German veteran Marina Kielmann. She's 27 years of age in her 7th World Championship, still looking for that first world medal. Came close last year in Japan, was 4th, was on the verge of a brilliant technical program, but a problem right at the end, and she stands 9th. But in typical Marina fashion, afterwards she said, tomorrow I will fight, and she's always been known as a fighter.
This is when we always see her best performances, is when she's down in the standings after the short program. She's a fighter.
Well, German hopes are resting heavily on her shoulders, as Tanya Szewczenko was forced to withdraw from this competition because of an injury. So this will be the German women's best hope here.
She opens with a triple-triple combination. Oh, and falls on the first triple. This is unlike Marina. Oh. It's always very unsettling to come out and miss your first jump. It means you really have to refocus, sit back, and try to get into the program. Here's the triple Lutz. No, it's not her day.
Unfortunately, Barb, with that mistake, she almost looked like she threw the towel in right then and there, but she comes back and solid double axel.
Marina has been skating with her eyes down. This is really unfortunate. She was planning this to be her last Worlds. I'm sure she wanted a medal to go out, but not the performance she was hoping for.
Well, medal or no medal, you always like to come off from your last skate and at least have skated well no matter what the result, and she won't even garner any satisfaction from that with this performance.
close out.
Well, bitterly disappointed, the former German champion, Marina Kielmann. And we'll be back to Birmingham in the 95 World Figure Skating Championships after this. Well, not everybody can end their amateur careers like Underhill and Martini with a world championship.
Well, you know, timing is everything, Chris, and everybody has a bad day.
4.7, 4.9.
Well, the marks reflect that. At the European Championships, she had a tough short program, but came back brilliantly with one of the best skates during the long in her hometown of Dortmund. She was under such tremendous pressure at the Europeans because it was in her hometown.
This is not good news for Germany in terms of women's entries to the next Worlds, because with that skate and based on where she's sitting right now, doesn't look like a top 10 finish.
No, that indeed is the case, so there'll be only one German next year, Tanya Szewczenko, at the Worlds.
Next skate, Laetitia Hubert.
Here's the 92 World Junior Champion, Laetitia Hubert. And I thought this was a skate overlooked in the short program yesterday, and a real comeback story, because since her fourth place finish in 1992, we really haven't heard much from her.
Well, she's another skater who has a reputation of not being able to put two solid performances back to back. She's done the first step. Now we'll have to see if she can complete the second step of this long program.
She's made a coaching change, and I have noticed a change in her confidence level this year. And we'll see about that with this first triple flip, and it's a double. So she's come back here, and she needs every triple she has, because she is a skater that doesn't do a triple Lutz. We said that you needed triple Lutz to get into the top group. Triple Salchow double toe.
Triple loop attempt.
I'm noticing a difference in her technique this year, and it could be because of her work with Evie and Mary Scottfold, who taught Nancy Kerrigan and Paul Wiley. But in the past, she's always just thrown herself into her jumps and wasn't quite sure how she was going to come down.
second triple flip, I think because she was feeling so good about the way the program was skating. And single skaters are guilty of this. Pair skaters and dancers, they are not in a position to change the program midstream. Single skaters think they can do it, but very few of them pull it off successfully. But nonetheless, this has been a very solid skate for Laetitia Hubert.
But what I liked was the fact that it picked up speed as it went. She was gaining confidence through the program.
Well, the French fans love it, and that may be a personal best skate for Laetitia Hubert in a long program. She was 7th, and Paul, you talked about moving up and the movement of these women here, and this is a skate that's going to move up.
Here's a look at that triple combination. Very solid.
Here we're going to see triple flip. She gets up into the air. She's on a lean, and she doesn't have the hang time to finish the rotation, but you see her coach in the background cheering her on because he knows it's a great skate as well.
And this is the new coach, Jean-Roland Rassi, and there's the reaction to the triple loop successfully done. And he's almost as much fun as Laetitia to watch during the program. Well, Laetitia is 20 years of age, from Versailles. She's a physiotherapy student, and we're told this may be her last skate, but this is the best we've seen from her.
Well, technically, Chris, she didn't have the lutz or the flip out here today, but she had the triple combination. That'll help.
Now the technical marks come up. 5.7 from the Czech Republic.
5.4, 5.4, 5.3, 5.3.
Those marks might convince her to think twice about retirement. And now the presentation marks, a bit of a groan from the crowd, thought they'd be higher. 3 firsts, 3 seconds, 3 thirds for Laetitia Hubert. And she is the leader at the moment.
Thank you.
The leader after the short program, Nicole Bobek, is getting ready. Lots more to come from Birmingham as we continue our
Here at the National Exhibition Center just outside Birmingham, England, as we continue with our coverage of the World Championships on this Saturday night. Earlier, we saw 18-year-old Jennifer Robinson from Windsor Skate. Her coach, Doug Leigh, is with me. It's really not fair. The national champion, Nettie Kim, does not qualify, so you take an 18-year-old, you thrust her on the international stage, you put the weight of a nation on her shoulders, and you say perform. Doug, what is wrong with the development of young female skaters in Canada that situations like this are occurring?
Well, it's unfortunate timing. You know, a number of athletes have retired over the past year or two. Yes, Nettie had a tough time. Excellent skaters like Susan Humphreys is not healthy right now, and Jennifer has had to do the best she could. That I'm proud of, and I think right now that rather than think of disarray, we have to have confidence in these young athletes that are coming up.
All right, but are we preparing them properly? I mean, they're coming over here, they've never done triples. The Europeans have done triples, and suddenly you're saying, get out here and perform triples.
Well, we haven't got the experience. Yes, Jennifer coming off as a junior champion maybe doesn't have the experience of some of these other seasoned competitors that we see tonight, but she did give it her all, and it's just unfortunate timing more than anything else. But I think the young ladies in Canada right now are coming along. It's not in the disarray that everybody thinks it is.
What one thing would you do? Because there's only going to be one Canadian representative at the World Championship next year.
Well, it's going to be a terrific ladies competition. Josie Swinard coming back. Susan Humphreys healthy. Nettie Kim definitely going to skate better. Jennifer Robinson has got the experience of a lifetime. She is seasoned, I'll tell you. In 1 week, the seasoning she's got is irreplaceable. And it's going to be one tough ladies competition, and we will be back here, mark my words.
All right, how can the Americans produce so many skaters? Is it numbers, or have they got a better program?
I wouldn't say they got a better program. I mean, we're in a cycle, and they've been in a cycle, too. They've seen the cycle go down and up. I mean, Bobek that was here didn't even get in the finals last year, and where is she this year? A contender. Why can't we?
You coach Elva Stoyko. You're confident the lady skaters in Canada will be back on the podium in the near future?
In the near future, just give us some time, have some confidence, give us some support. There's good ladies, there's good coaches. Let's do it.
Doug Leigh coaches Jennifer Robinson and Elva Stoyko. Right now, let's return to Chris Cuthbert.
Well, we've already seen one fine skate from a French competitor. Here is Marie-Pierre Leray, and she is in 8th place after the short program. It could have been higher, but for a problem on her final jump, the double axel. She almost beat Surya Bonaly at the National Championships, finishing a close second.
Well, we saw that a few times yesterday in the short program. She came out late in a beautiful triple Lutz combination, probably for the first time at a Worlds, and then missed the simple double axel at the end.
That was the undoing of a number of women in this competition yesterday. Unfortunately, we did not see this young lady at the European Championships because she had severely spiked herself just prior to that event. But she's showing no signs of any lingering effects of that injury here at this competition.
And she's just learned this triple Lutz. And she does it. On the end. A great start.
She's done the Lutz, she's done the flip. Next jump she'll attempt is her next most difficult element, a triple loop.
Notice she's quite mechanical in her jumping style. Holds on to that one. And she really telegraphs her jumps going in. The best skaters are very aggressive in their approach. She's just been squeaking out the last couple triples, and that one she just couldn't get.
She missed the previous triple toe and has another one scheduled here.
Look at the approach. Very cautious. She does a double.
When she's not busy preparing and setting up a jump, she really does have good performance level. Her coach, Anit Dagaway, seems delighted with her skate. She got the Lutz in, which I think was a personal challenge for her. Aside from the mistake on the triple toe, fairly solid performance.
Well, she's in 8th place right now. Right ahead of her is Laetitia Hubert. I think you have to go with the aggression and the speed, the power of Hubert over this skate.
Triple loop, gets her arms into it, a little bit of a lean. She has to break forward because she's got herself in a poor position on the takeoff.
Marks, please, for Marie-Pierre for technical merits.
Well, Marie-Pierre Leray was 7th last year, and she was hoping for best ever at these World Championships. Mark range 5.0 up to 5.4. Not nearly, though, the smooth skiing we saw in the short program.
5.2. Marks, please, for presentation.
Pierre Trott and Annick Gagoué are the coaches, and they seem delighted with her skate. And the presentation marks up to a 5.6. There are a couple of third-place ordinals, the rest 4th and 5ths, and she will drop back behind her teammate Laetitia Hubert.
5.3. Thank you.
Next skater scheduled was to be last year's world bronze medalist, Tanya Szewczenko, the German champion. This was action yesterday in the short program, and she did have some problems. But the biggest problem for Tanya this week and throughout the year has been a sore foot. And immediately following the short program, she took off the skates and took them off for good this year. She has withdrawn from the competition. We're getting set for the final group of women. Olga Markova of Russia will start. The leader, Nicole Bobek, is next. The final skater, Michelle Kwan of the United States. There is the leader after the short program. Nicole Bobek is getting ready, and we'll have the final group when we return to Birmingham. We're back at the NEC Arena in Birmingham. 95 World Figure Skating Championships, and the final group of women are wrapping up their warm-up. About 30 seconds left to go as the tension builds. There is the leader after the short program, Nicole Bobek of the United States. Barb, we saw them in practice this morning, and everybody looked a little nervous.
Everybody looked very tense. Actually, they look pretty tense out here today. Lu Chen just fell in a triple Lutz, and Nicole tried a triple Lutz, triple toe combination, just missed it. Everybody's a little uptight. There's a lot on the line here.
Nicole Bobek getting instructions from Richard Callahan. There's Frank Carroll. Interesting story, because 3 of the women in the top group have been coached by Frank Carroll at one time or another. Of course, his main charge right now is Michelle Kwan, but he has worked with Lu Chen and Surya Bonaly. So the warm-up is over, and now the final 6 get ready to skate, and first will be Olga Markova. Surya Bonaly leaving the ice, and she has, I think, a bit of an advantage here in skating after both Bobek and Lu Chen.
Well, she's going to know at that point what she needs to win.
Well, for Olga, this is going to be a performance which she knows she has to deliver. I'm quite certain she was disappointed with herself at the European Championships when she let that competition slip away. She's currently in 2nd spot. I think she's got a quality program here. She has the technical difficulty to keep her in there with the best. She has to do it, though.
European silver medalist has been bothered by a sore right foot. In fact, she left the practice earlier than the other skaters in this group this morning.
Well, she's not the only one. We saw Szewczenko having to withdraw with a foot injury. There are a number of women in this event nursing small, minor, nagging injuries of some sort.
Her opening jump will say a lot here today. The triple Lutz. I think Olga has really improved this year. It's a beautiful slow section.
nice triple sow. You notice when she lands, her hands are in a unique position, very spread fingers, very noticeable. I almost find it distracting to a degree at times.
Well, she came out a little tight on the first two triples, but after that, she seemed to really relax after that slow section. She nailed a great flip and a loop, and I think this program could stand up. We just have to see how the rest of the field skates.
Well, she certainly improved choreographically and with regards to her musical interpretation. Combine that with what she did, as you say, Barb, she's now in a wait-and-see situation.
Trying to become the first Russian woman to win a medal at the World since 1985. Back with Olga Markova's marks after this.
Marks, please, for Olga Markova for technical merits.
Olga's 21 years of age from St. Petersburg, and she was 10th last year at the World Championships. She'll be a lot higher this year. 5.2, the low mark is from Canadian judge Jack Greenwood, up to 5.7 from the Austrian judge.
Marks, please, for presentation.
A Russian-born skater has never won the women's competition. It's kind of a surprise. Second set of marks up to a 5.9.
5.7.
She has 6 first-place marks, 2 seconds, and a third from the Canadian judge Jack Greenwood. So right now, Markova is the leader.
Next to skate, Nicole Bobek.
But now it's time for Nicole Bobek, who has been linked over the last couple of months with Tanya Harding, but instead she could join the likes of Christy Yamaguchi, Dorothy Hamill, Peggy Fleming as a world champion.
Well, I've been very impressed with how she's handled herself here all week. She's been all business. And it used to be when school figures were a part of skating, you could not walk into a world championship and win it. Now you can. I love the way she just flies into these jumps. Here's her Lutz combination. Triple Lutz, triple toe.
She's now setting up for another very difficult combination, a scheduled triple flip, double toe. There's the flip and the toe.
Keep this up through to the end of the program. There's no doubt she'll be the next world champion.
Triple loop. You could tell, as you mentioned, Barb, from her setup out of the corner, she didn't believe in it.
She just didn't have the confidence.
know this is a fabulous spiral sequence, and there's no one else in this competition that has one anywhere close to that. She's looking down. She came out here looking bright, looking up, looking like she was going to attack the program, but since she's fallen on the loop, the confidence seems to have faltered.
That's it. I think it could be over for her.
Like so many women, we talk about Jennifer Robinson being young and inexperienced. This young woman didn't even make the cut into the World Championships last year. So here she comes out in first place, expected, of course, because she's American, to come out here and deliver a solid performance. You can't always just reach in and pull it out of the hat.
And with all she's been through, I think we all forget she's just 17 years of age. Nicole Bobek. And you can see the disappointment in her eyes. Looked like she was about to grasp gold. And then it started to slip away. We'll have her marks when we come back to the NEC Arena. We're back in Birmingham. Nicole Bobek fighting back the tears as she came off the ice, and Richard Callahan trying to pick her up.
There's the triple Lutz. Look at the height, just gorgeous. Straight into the triple toe. She does a little rotation out here. But I just find it incredible that she's come into her first Worlds. Here's that inside axle into the triple sow. Another one that she fell on towards the end of the program when she lost her confidence. She's just done such a credible job here this week under so much pressure.
Well, that's what I guess surprised us, that she hasn't shown any cracks at all. Olga Markova awaits, and it looks like they're icing that right foot again. We've mentioned that she was having problems. But the girl they called Brass Knuckles coming in here looked golden for 2.5 minutes, and there was no reason to think that her confidence was going to leave her.
Especially after the triple-triple combination. She should have just settled in and carried it through, but she wanted to deliver everything.
We get technical marks, 5.5 up to 5.8 from 4 of the judges on the panel.
5.7, 5.8, 5.6.
Well, it certainly appears as though they're going to position her ahead with those technical marks of Olga Markova.
That's quite a range. 5.4 from the British judge for presentation marks. There are 8 first-place ordinals, a third from Russia, but Markova will stay behind Bobek, who continues to be the leader.
Thank you. Next to the stage, Lu Chen, representing China.
Well, in third place after the short program is the 2-time bronze medalist, trying to win her country's first ever gold medal at the World Figure Skating Championships. Lu Chen, and there is a Canadian connection to this story. This program, the choreographer, Toller Cranston.
Well, I think it's one of the prettiest programs of all the women who will compete out here today. But in order to stay on the podium, in order to make a quest at winning this event, she too must execute the triple Lutz in combination, I think.
And she fell out and in the warm-up. The one thing I've noticed about her this week, she's not as confident as she used to be, and that's due to her inconsistency. Here's the triple Lutz. She does it. Not a lot of height on that second jump. She doesn't carry a lot of speed through her jumps.
Triple flip.
And right away, I see more confidence here than I've seen with her all week long. Program just might do it for her. the taller here.
So far, that was wonderful. Now that's one that Bobek missed.
Another triple Lutz. And she does a double.
In light of the fact that Nicole executed a triple Lutz, triple toe combination, I think that missed attempt at that triple Lutz will be the difference.
Yeah, but you have to remember, Paul, this is a much more mature program. Nicole's was a little bit young. But Lu Chen does not do a triple-triple combination. She doesn't carry enough speed through the jumps to get the triple on the back end.
Not executing a triple-triple combination, and I'm making the claim that the judges love to hang their hat on something safe. Bobek does the triple-triple, and I got a reason to believe that that's the program that's going to come out ahead between the two of these.
But she didn't make a mistake, Paul. She had the performance of the day, the program of the day. I think we disagree on this one.
And I'm with you, Barb. Lu Chen has made her case for gold, and Nicole Bobek all alone with her thoughts. Back to Birmingham in a moment. Toller Cranston is a bit of a Chinese history buff, and he may become a part of Chinese history here today if Lu Chen has done enough for gold, and that appears to be the debate right now.
Well, I think he's done a great job with her programs.
I'm impressed though how far she's come in the course of the week. Lu Chen at the beginning of this week had been fighting the flu. She looked lethargic through the qualifying, but has gained her strength back during the course of the week.
First set of marks, 5, 7s, and 8s, but for Italy at 5.6. Those look higher.
The crowd is booing here. I think they're going to come up on the second set here.
And remember Surya Bonaly, she needed help. Here comes the second set of marks, and they do come up higher than Nicole Bobek. She has first place ordinals from 7 judges, a second from Italy, a third from the Austrian, but Lu Chen in tears now with Li Mingzhu as she has taken the lead over Nicole Bobek of the United States. But remember, Surya Bonaly needed the help. She had to have somebody finish ahead of Nicole Bobek to have a shot at gold. So Lu Chen has played her part. Now it's up to Surya Bonaly, whose first international was in Birmingham in 1989. She was 8th at the European Championships. She has won 5 European titles, still looking for that first world gold.
Well, she's got to pull out everything she can here. She, as I mentioned before, is the triple-triple queen. She can virtually put a triple on any jump she does if it's a good jump. into her first triple Lutz. She does it. Triple double.
She's off to a great start here.
And these programs are probably the best programs I've seen from her. They seem very natural for her style. There's the triple flip.
Triple toe.
Not
yes,
fully
it was,
rotated, though.
Yes, it was cheated, but how many of the judges will see it? How many of them will mark it accordingly?
The landing was not clean. She has to land on a backward edge.
A clean backward edge, not landing and then turning the last part of the turn on the ice.
Second triple Lutz.
Two-footed?
Looked like it to me. Boy, we're really getting down to the nitty-gritties here.
But that's what the judging panel's got to sort out now, and it's going to be a very difficult decision. This feels like Makahari again.
Well, Surya has always been a great jumper, but where she falls short is on the things in between. It's the most basic steps. The crossover, she's just not as smooth as Chen. Triple combinations over grace, style, elegance? I don't know.
Well, I must say that the skates out here today have certainly presented the panel with a difficult task.
Surya Bonaly has made her case, and now her mother must await. And this may be as tough a decision as the judging panel will have at the 95 World Championships. Lu Chen awaiting as well. We'll be back with the critical marks of this competition, those of Surya Bonaly, when we return to Birmingham. We're back in Birmingham, and the athleticism versus artistry debate is raging again in skating as Surya Bonaly awaits her marks.
Well, here we're going to look at the triple flip, triple toe combination. Flip is wonderfully done, but watch the landing of this toe. There it is. She's now going to do the balance of the rotation on the ice. Here's another look at another cheat. Again, that one lands clean, but watch this triple sow cow. She's going to take it up into the air, but when she comes down, She's now on the ice, and she continues to rotate. That's what we call a cheat in this business.
Well, the wonderful irony here is that Surya Bonaly needed the great skate from Lu Chen, but now she has to catch Chen, and the technical marks are the highest we've seen. Just a 5.6 from Britain. There are 5.9s, though, from 6 of the judges.
I think you have to go with Chen because she's the best all-round skater.
And now the presentation marks. And here they come, and Lu Chen is going to be the world champion. Marks not nearly as high. The celebration for the Chinese on. Bonaly has 4 firsts, 3 seconds, a third, and a fourth. And the disappointment again here at the Worlds for Surya Bonaly. It is still unofficial because we still have 2 skaters left.
Thank you.
But right now, Lu Chen is the leader and appears to be on her way to a world championship. But we still have Elena Liashenko of Ukraine and Michelle Kwan of the United States, so these ordinals could move again. Liashenko 6th last year and 6th after the short program.
She always seems to be a skater, though, that we seem to forget. She's got everything. She's got speed, power, the jumps. There's just nothing really that sets her apart.
She doesn't have a signature, and in this sport, when you get to this level, you must have something that sets you apart from the rest of the field.
Here's her triple Lutz. Good one. Triple flip into a double. Attempted triple that she has turned into a double. She's kind of like Bobek, lost it after that.
Well, as you mentioned, Barb, after the first two difficult triples, which she did very well, the wheels seemed to come off this program, and it was downhill from that point.
But even with a good skate, she needs to come up with something that will make this performance memorable.
Elena Liashenko will have her marks, and there is Michelle Kwan. And folks, don't go away, because Michelle Kwan, if she wins the free skate, will be the world champion in 1995. That's how close it is. Back to Birmingham after this.
For Elena Liashenko, for technical merits, 4.9, 5.4, 5.5, 5.4, 5.
Welcome back to England as we have the marks for Elena Liashenko, and those are the lowest we've seen in the final group.
4.6.
And she is not going to be able to duplicate the top 6 finish of a year ago with these marks. If you assess the presentation marks, she will drop right down. But just to reset here, the leader at the moment is Lu Chen of China, ahead of Nicole Bobek and Surya Bonaly. But in this free skate, Chen has won a 5-4 judges' decision so far over Surya Bonaly. But there is still one more skater. And if Michelle Kwan of the United States wins the free skate, she takes home the gold. But she can also affect the ordinals of both Bonaly and Chen and flip Bonaly back ahead. So it's very confusing, it's very close, and it's very intriguing, and a whole lot of pressure on a 14-year-old from Torrance, California.
Last year at the World, she was really thrown into a media frenzy after the whole Tanya Harding affair. And her coach, Frank Carroll, said she was a little starstruck. This year, she's more comfortable being here.
And it's not a stretch, Chris, for this young woman to upset the apple cart, so to speak, because she, too, has a triple Lutz scheduled in this program, and it's a very solid program in terms of technical difficulty. Her first triple attempt, a triple flip. Oh, pretty, pretty, pretty. Like watching John Olerud swing a baseball bat. It was just effortless.
And here comes the triple Lutz.
Not a lot of drive out of it, but she did it.
And a triple toe, double toe, and that's the one thing that she doesn't have, is a lot of speed going into her jumps. That could mean the difference. She's still very young.
I've got this program now almost ahead of Nicole Bobek. Here's her triple loop. It's now ahead of her in my scorecard.
Ahead of Nicole Bobek, but I still have to put Lu Chen ahead of it. In terms of maturity, power, speed. Where does Surya fit in?
Double toe. And she says yes.
It's like she hit the sweet spot on every jump out here today.
To admit, I was not expecting a thrilling finish for the women's event as we've had out here today. The youth of this event is going to play havoc with these standings before it's all said and done with this next set of marks.
How about this? They're on their feet in Birmingham for Michelle Kwan, trying to become the youngest world champion since Sonja Henie in 1927. Who'd have thought it possible?
You know she's going to be looking at that monitor very closely. Lu Chen, the current leader.
That's a remarkable performance by Michelle Kwan, and already in tears. She said she was so nervous just walking over for the short program. Were there any nerves there tonight?
Didn't look like it. Technically, this was superior to Lu Chen, although I felt overall the program of Lu Chen was more mature, more powerful.
Frank Carroll was asked yesterday, what about the chances of Michelle Kwan winning the World Championship? And he looked incredulous, like, how could you possibly suggest it will just take what comes?
Well, I think if you're a judge on this panel and you want to put this performance as the best free skate of the day, I certainly am not going to challenge that.
At the moment, it's Chen, Bobek, Bonaly. But Kwan can also knock Bobek out of second with this, and perhaps right off the podium. There are so many ironies about how these ordinals could flip.
We've seen so many tears already, and this event isn't even final.
And it's nice this time they're tears of happiness.
Might just take a little bit longer for that judging panel to come up with these marks.
Well, I think Frank Carroll is perhaps, he looks dumbstruck.
That's great. Well, we saw her win the World Junior Championship last year in Colorado Springs. But what an amazing lead. 8th last year. Will not be 15 until next month. And now the technical marks. There are 5 9s up there.
Oh, I'm very, very disappointed. I wanted to see 8s and 9s across that board.
And now the crowd reacting to the second set, which are not nearly as high. She has first place marks from Britain and the Czech Republic. She has second place marks from 2 judges, 3 thirds, 2 fourths, so a real change there. And that's, believe it or not going to be enough. Lu Chen is the world champion. Surya Bonaly moves into second, and Kwan will knock Nicole Bobek into 3rd place. So China at last has a world champion figure skater. Let's join Brian Williams.
A world champion Lu Chen from China. Now Ming Ju Lee is the coach and Mr. Pam is the translator. First of all, congratulations.
Thank you.
Now, I know your English is limited. Let me ask Mr. Pam, Lu was sick earlier this week. She had the flu. How did she regain her strength?
Yes, as soon as we arrived here, her stomach is not good enough, so she felt very weak. So after that, it's just the practice and not too much food. So just about after a couple of days, she recovers. So now she can eat as much as he can.
Now you can eat. You know the name Toller Cranston, both you and your coach. He is known for his artistry. What effect did Toller have?
他说：“你就是我们那个床边的你那个编排教练呐，对你这次比赛取得这么好的成绩有多大的影响？”
如果有一个很好的编排，然后再加上我教练给我技术上的就是帮助，所以就是有2个结合在一起吧，也非常重要。
So the combination of the good program and also the coach's advice is very important.
And Toller Cranston had a great effect with his choreography, is that right?
Yes.
All right. The translator, Mr. Pam, the coach, and the new world champion, Lu Chen from China. You have to get out to the podium. Congratulations. Great smile. Let's go back. Thank you. You understood that. Let's go back to Chris Cuthbert. Chris.
Thank you, Brian. No doubt Toller Cranston will take enormous pride in this gold medal performance by Lu Chen. Surya Bonaly, once again the silver medalist, and Nicole Bobek gives the United States their third medal of these championships. Great performance by Michelle Kwan. Olga Markova of Russia rounds out the top 5, and Laetitia Hubert and Marie-Pierre Leray give France 3 in the top 8. Jennifer Robinson of Canada in 19th place. But the night belongs to Lu Chen of China, her country's first ever gold medalist. Final thoughts from the 95 Worlds when we return. Welcome back to England, and the medal ceremony just underway, and the gold medal being presented for the first time to a Chinese skater at the World Figure Skating Championships. We first saw her in 1991 at the World Juniors, and now World Senior Champion and Surya Bonaly in a much different frame of mind at this year's medal ceremony. The president of the ISU, Mr. Sinquata, presenting the medals, and now the bronze to Nicole Bobek. That's the third medal for the United States here, but the night belongs to Lu Chen, and you two skated against the first Chinese competitors the ISU saw. Are you surprised that this soon after we have a world champion from China?
Well, they've come so far in such a relatively short period of time. I mean, Barb, I can remember being at World Championships, and they'd come to the event, and they really weren't even sure what was expected in, say, the short program. And you'd watch the program, and they go, boy, they haven't even had a chance to get the rule book translated yet.
It's amazing how far they've come.
And when you look at the protocol here, we've got 3 French women in the top 10, but next year the Chinese are entitled to send 3 women to the World Championships because of Lu's performance here at these World Championships.
A thought on Surya Bonaly and this continuing quest for world gold?
Well, she has been quite adamant that this will be her final World Championship. Now, does she go home and look back, reflect, take some time and say, is this truly what I want to settle for? A bunch of silver medals, or do I go back for one more time at it?
And for Nicole Bobek, ironically, her teammate Michelle Kwan knocked her into third place behind Surya Bonaly, and actually Kwan had the higher ranking in the free skate. But Bobek with her first world medal, and now we await the national anthem of China. And this will be another piece of history for the ISU. Almost seems like they're having trouble finding that anthem, and it will play for the very first time here at the World Championships in England. Final image from an unforgettable night of women's skating. Well, how close was it? None of the skaters had a majority of first place ordinals, so they have to go to firsts and seconds. Lu Chen had 6 first and seconds. Surya Bonaly had 5, and it turned out to be, I think, the most exciting women's competition we've ever seen.
Definitely. It was extremely exciting right down to the end. I think the world champion is the right one, although I don't agree. I think Michelle Kwan probably should have won a medal. It was nice to see, though, that Surya Bonaly willingly got onto that podium.
Well, Barb, for me, the most exciting thing of the evening was the youth of this competition coming into play big time. Nicole Bobek is young, Michelle Kwan is young, and these are the girls, women, that we're going to see throughout the course of the years to come. And I can only hope that we've got as exciting women's event in the future as we had out here tonight, because it was breathtaking.
Yeah, we got our wish. It was decided on the ice, and the big story not on the podium afterwards. Brian?
All right, you alluded to the podium afterwards. What a different story from 1 year ago when I stood on the ice in the arena at Chiba, Japan. The skaters behind me. It was then that Surya Bonaly took off the silver medal and refused to accept it. She accepted it with pride tonight, finishing behind the first ever gold medalist from China, Lu Chen. Nicole Bobek, the American champion, third. Young Michelle Kwan was fourth, although Michelle Kwan was third in the free skate. Jennifer Robinson, 18 years of age from Windsor, Ontario, would finish 19th, and the skaters now taking their victory skate in front of this capacity crowd here at the National Exhibition Center in Birmingham. Just a reminder, more